All right, so welcome everyone. After a little bit of time being away after 2 weeks, to be more precise, we're back with the Friday night events, and tonight we have some really interesting concepts. Actually, one concept and a regular ranked tournament. But the first one that we're going to start with is this custom concept that I created for this Friday, and I think it's going to be quite interesting. It's heavily inspired from Souls games, and I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, but I'm still going to give you a couple of pointers in case maybe you sign up, maybe you don't know exactly what this entails, or maybe you're just curious about what's going to happen. So, in some Souls games, you have this concept called a Gauntlet, which is basically you have to fight some bosses or some of the strongest bosses in the game, but you have to fight them consecutively, which means that if you lose against one of the bosses, then you have to start over. So I thought that this could be a really interesting thing that we can do here in the Hellish Quart community, but with players. So I have selected 4 people that will be bosses today. Some of the most successful players in the community and in the server right now, namely Oakenlix, Subutai, Eve, and me. And we have 4 players that will be challenging these bosses, and I actually really like the lineup of main characters that want to take on the bosses because each and every one of them poses a different type of threat. For example, Luck, who's going to be the first one, recently came back in the community, and Luck is actually known as being a little bit of a giant killer. So I think he's actually quite up for the challenge. He was the first to sign up, so the bravest of them all. We also got Chernobyl, which is more than a prospect right now. He's an established player, still relatively new to the community, so I would still put him in that category of giant slayers, and I think he has a very good chance today. We also have a very pleasant surprise, which is Warden coming back after some time. So Warden was the final boss some time ago. I'm pretty sure he still has the skills to be that person, but today he's going to take the role of challenger, and I think it's going to be quite an interesting run. And also Pico, who could have very well been a boss considering his results in the server, but I much prefer him in this position because I think he has this ability of taking down some of the established vets. So just gonna quickly go through through how this is gonna work. So the player is always going to be at a flag disadvantage compared to the boss, but he can limit this flag disadvantage every round by adding an extra flag or using a specific perk. So at the start, At the start, the player can choose either to add one more flag, so the player starts with 5 flags, and the boss starts with 7. So the player could reach 6 flags, and if not, he can choose. He can switch the map that boss chose. Probably the flag would be a more a reasonable choice, but the choice is there for those who think that maybe these changes can bring an advantage. After that, the perks get a little bit better, which is you can add an extra character to your arsenal. By the way, I didn't mention that in the. I mean, I did mention the announcements, but I wasn't very clear on it. So the player can use only one character, and the player can acquire a different character afterwards during the Gauntlet. So both the player and the boss will be using one character, but it can be switched depending on the situation. On the third fight, again, the player can add an extra flag, or let me see here. What was it? Oh, change the boss's main character to his backup. So I think this one could be quite strong, especially if the boss's character is a bad matchup, or you think that maybe it will make your experience a little bit better. And in the last one, and this is the probably the best perk, worthy of a final fight. Um, at any point in the fight before the end, so even during the last flag, you can pause the game and you can say, I want a rematch. So you have this ability to get a rematch. Of course, if you do not choose the flag, you would have to choose some flags at any point in order to be competitive later on. So it's kind of like in a game, you choose like a health increase, or you pick up another tool or something like that. Hey Subu, welcome. How are you?
Hey, doing great.
Yeah,
Had a nice event yesterday, so
yeah,
pumped
it
for
was
this
really
one. Glad to see
nice.
Warden too. I saw Warden signed up.
Yeah, I watched it. I'm actually going to. I see that Luck, Chernobyl, and Pico are here. I'm just gonna tag Warden as well, just to make sure that he's gonna be available as well. Because I had a conversation with him today. Um, yeah, hopefully he's gonna be here. Anyway, he's not going to be the first one who starts. So the first one is going to be Luck, and his Gauntlet looks something like this. So the first fight is going to be Oak. Second is going to be you. Third is going to be me, and the last one is going to be Eve. But only if he wins these fights. So if he loses the fight, he's going to go back to the line. And by the way, since we have 4 players in this gauntlet, each player will get 2 chances of going through this gauntlet. So you lose once, you get back to the line, and then when your turn comes again, you can try one more time. Yeah. So
Okay.
let's see. Let me ask Luck first of all. His character of choice. Pick for first fight. +1 flag, or change the map. The map is step. Oh, sorry. The map is gallows. That's we call them boss arenas. So Oak. Oh, so Luck is
Jan.
actually going Yan, and I think that's actually quite a smart choice considering that his first fight is going to be Oak with Laszlo, and I believe that Yan is a good character to use. And let me see. What's the first perk that he's going to use? The first perk is free. +1. Okay, that's pretty smart, I think. I think the map thing is just, I don't know, unless you completely hate that specific map, maybe that's the Yeah, that's the thing.
Right. And Eve saying he really likes these special events and they're what keep him interested in playing the game. So that's pretty high praise right there.
Yeah, I'm
I think
glad.
Chernobyl agrees, and I like them too. So really cool concept.
Yeah, I'm glad. I wanted to do it for some time. I actually did it once. It wasn't exactly the same, but if you remember, I did one with the arcade, and like everybody was some sort of like every player would had to go through some players and then fight a boss at the end, something like that. That was a long time ago.
Hmm.
Anyway, let me send links. So Luck is going to be facing Oak. Jan versus Laszlo on the Gallows map. 6 flags for Luck, 7 for Oak. Okay, great. So Warden says he's ready, which is amazing. Uh, Subu is here. He's here. Okay, Warden is here listening. Awesome. Great. So we got Oak, we got Luck, we got Subu with us commentating. Perfect. Let's start the first gauntlet. Before we start, I want to ask you one question, Subu. Do you
Hmm.
think anyone today will complete the gauntlet? Be very honest.
I think
I mean,
if anyone has a
yeah,
shot at doing it, it's probably Warden. I think he'll turn up even though it's been a while. He just has a way of doing that. I think he will be quite a menace.
yeah. Because we're not talking here about defeating these guys, separately. You have to defeat them, in one run, and
Hmm.
each time you're at a flag disadvantage. So it's a very tall order, and I'm not
Yeah.
sure how many people are able to do this. I mean, probably some of us have managed to do it in tournaments, like you would go through Murderer's Row to get back to the final, or when you go to the losers bracket or something like that. But this time it's gonna be interesting. All right, enough talking.
Yeah.
Let's go. Sharp. Luck starts with 6. Oak starts with 7. The first boss for Luck. The challenger is always going to be on the left. The boss is going to be on the right. Here we go.
Yeah. And Oak is a candidate for possibly the hardest combatant for Luck to face. So it's good that he's going to get this warm up here, but he could also be stopped right here and now. Oak has just been on fire these past couple weeks.
Yeah. He's won the Wednesday's tournament. He won yesterday's tournament, and who knows? Maybe he's going to win today's tournament as well. That would be a very impressive. Oh, Oak with the first kill.
Yeah, that was good use of that. I think that's long guard X. It can parry cuts and it can also actually parry thrust really well.
Oh, it breaks through the guard there. That was a really. I think it went to
Yeah.
the weak. For the
Yeah.
weak.
Yeah, Luck very much on the back foot here, trying to use those
Oh,
stabs, but Oak
double.
has seen those attacks so many times. I feel like you have to use them skillfully, or he will just back off.
Oh, thrust.
Not saying Luck's not doing that, mind you.
Nice.
Oak is just nice back Y, though. Oak is just really good.
Caught him there. 1-1, but remember that Luck is still at a disadvantage here in terms of flags. Oh, not anymore.
Beautiful, wow.
Nice side step. Caught the head. 2-1. Luck would need 7. Oh, again that
Oh,
long guard
again.
move. It's so good. I've seen it yesterday as well, and I know it has been. It's a lot faster now than it used to be.
Yeah.
It's a very strong move.
One thing that Luck does have going for him is it's probably been a while since Oak has fought his
Oh,
specific yawn. That was nice, actually. I think he canceled that sidestep into a down forward B or something.
I would say very
Yeah,
good
very
start
good
for Luck.
yawn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly the same thing. Oh,
Whoa.
that was some cancel, I think.
Yeah, he canceled the corkscrew, but it still touched the head, so it registered for damage. I've seen that before with the corkscrew. It's kind of hard to replicate, but it's very possible. I was experimenting with Oak actually, and I did it, and I actually tapped his wrist with the windup of it, and I still did damage somehow.
Yeah, and this is crazy because this time it actually hit his head, but still we didn't kill him.
Yeah,
3-3
yeah, it was good that Luck kept going. It could have still ended badly if he wasn't ready to do that.
double.
If Oak was ready with a back Y and Luck didn't follow it up, it could have been very bad. 3-3 though, very nice performance from Luck.
Another double.
Oh, what was that? Yeah, good question, Eve. That's Luck for you. He's a very fast yawn player. That doesn't appear to have changed.
Another double. They both hit each other's heads.
I like
Yeah.
his use of Yon's big cuts too. He's not just stabbing now, he's doing a mixture of attacks.
Oh, 4-3. Oh, tried the
Ooh,
cut thruster. I don't know how to call that. Oh,
push cut
nice.
is what I would call it,
Yeah,
yeah.
push cut.
It is a weird one, but
5-3, and Oak needs only one more to defeat the first challenger.
close already. Oak is really going for that hand.
That's
Nice
it.
lunge.
That's it. The first boss proved too difficult for Luck, but he will have a chance later on to compete again. Maybe against a different boss. We'll see how things go. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next challenger, which is going to be Chernobyl. And Chernobyl is going to face you.
Alright. Warden's in the chat. Nice to see you.
It's going to be Barabash, and the map is going to be Steppe. Here we go. Let me quickly ask him. Chernobyl.
And yes, thankfully you cannot cancel a sidestep into a corkscrew. That would be pretty busted, but because you have to long guard first, it's not possible to like sidestep into it. But you can sidestep, and then if you take a pause to long guard, you can do it. But obviously you've got to take up that recovery first.
Cherno, check discussion, please.
Warden becoming a Gambit trap lover. Yeah, we've been playing chess actually lately. We've been doing what's called daily games. So we play like a few moves every day. It's a lot of fun because you actually get a chance to think everything through.
Okay, so Chernobyl has picked the +1. It seems to be the more sensible choice earlier on, and he's going to use Yan, which means that we're going to have a Yan versus Bara here. On the step map.
Everyone that plays HQ plays chess, it seems. Yeah, definitely a lot of people do now. Even Tower's dabbling in it a little bit. Yeah, I'm 950 myself. But Warden is slowly improving. I've definitely noticed that in chess. So yeah, those daily games, I gotta think sometimes. It's tough.
Cherno on the left, Subu on the right. Map was
Okay, good luck.
step. Oh, let me change to Cherno's Gauntlet. Here we go. Double. Oh, nice chop. Cherno's tired. Subu's is chasing him, but he's still careful. Cherno also has 6 flags. Subu has 7. So a little bit of a handicap there, but can be easily taken back. Oh, beautiful thunder punch. Boss move right there, and unblockable. Nice bust. Oh, nice cork there. 1-1. Again, another cork. Tried to follow up with the cut, but went with the back Y out of range. Subu with what's it called? Trick shot. Cancel. Again, a lot of corks. Again, another double. Two one. Again, one to the body, one to the head. Another double. Another one, same move. Oh, caught the arm there clean with a nice forward cut. I think that could be the key for Chernobyl. He likes to do the cork, and sometimes it works exactly like this. But if he canceled the long guard there and he got punished. 3-3. Oh, nice dash into a snap cut there from Subu. 3-3. Still slight advantage for Subu. One flag. Cherno's being very patient. Double. Oh, a couple of cuts there from Subu. Cherno's able to block them. Again, another double. They're both constantly going for either. Oh, and I was about to say that sometimes Cherno goes low, but this time it didn't have enough power to kill. Oh, and again caught him. I think he was trying to long guard. 5-3. Subu needs only one more. Hit him there. Sidestep attempt there from Subu. He's only one more. Oh, Subu's a little bit tired. Oh, and a nice chop. And Cherno, very valiant attempt, just like Lux. But unfortunately, the first boss proved a little bit too difficult. And the Gauntlet is still undefeated. Next one is going to be Warden. And he's going to be fighting me. That's definitely a fun fight.
Right.
GG's, well done.
Good game. Yeah, that was a tough one. We were doubling so much because we each kept finding openings against each other, and I was like, well, I'm not exactly sure how to counter that thrust except for that long guard chop, so hopefully if I keep hitting his head, eventually I'll make something happen. And at the end there, those were great exchanges, so well done, Chernobyl. Just wasn't quite enough, but you made that really difficult.
So now we have Warden's Gauntlet, which is probably the most expected one. And considering the accolades that these challengers have, quickly get Parsec. What do you mean get Parsec? You don't have Parsec anymore? As you said, he's.
I'd say the hardest part.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say the hardest part of that matchup is that reach disadvantage. You could see I was chasing Chernobyl a lot simply because his blade's longer. So I had to find those moments to turn up the heat and keep the aggression on. Otherwise, the cork or that stab would eventually meet its mark, or even some of his long range cuts.
Two of the cuts got through the auto guard. It was very weird. I'm not sure about the second one, but I believe that on the first one you went into long guard, so you were probably trying to go for another a thrust, which you were throwing constantly. And when you go to long
Yeah,
guard, cuts go through your guard. The long guard does not block cuts,
yeah.
so that's probably what
Plus, there's
happened.
ranging and tempo.
Yeah, it was probably, I don't know, a cancel or something of that.
Yeah.
Connecting. Okay. Warden is here. Here we go. Let me ask him something here.
Heat a moment you might have. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah, it happens to me sometimes. I press back trying to cancel something or resume guard and I don't do it fast enough and get hit. It happens.
yeah.
Just waiting for Warden to tell us what he chooses for the first fight. I'm not sure if he's gonna go
Yeah,
with Isabella because every time he comes back, he's coming with another character, but we'll see.
mhm. Kind of hoping to
Oh,
see
he's going.
Isabella,
Yeah,
but
yeah, he's going Isabella.
Yeah, obviously use whoever is best the Warden, because none of these fights are easy. That chop is a good counter to low stab spam low. I haven't had that used against me before. Yeah, it's very good against stabs. Yeah. So I was thinking gather your blade first and just present that threat to the head. Sometimes I didn't stop it, of course, and that resulted in doubles, but at least I'm still aiming for the head. So bar is pretty much guaranteed to kill if that happens.
All right. So Warden is taking the left side. I'm taking the right side. It's gonna be an Isabella mirror match, and he has 6 flags, and I have 7. And we're gonna go on the castle courtyard. And as you said, the Warden is probably the most decorated player
Hmm.
competing today. He could have very well been being a boss, but considering his inactivity, I think this position is actually quite interesting. Nice.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, just perfect spacing there with that preemptive cut. Cutting the stab doesn't quite land. Venator playing quite actively too. Probably needs to against someone like Warden. But that hit might be pretty decisive there. Warden limping. Not tired, but limping. Series of cuts from Venator. Now Warden is tired and Venator takes that risk. The one thing that dash is good for, save for some very specific situations. That high guard cut there. Perfect spacing from Venator. That is one of the hardest parts about fighting his Isabella, is that high guard cut that he can just throw at perfect spacing anytime. And sometimes he'll hold it and maintain good spacing, so you think, oh, I can just punish it. And very rarely is that actually the case. Venator's very aware of the opening that it presents and the disadvantages that come with it. So far, even fight. Warden looking like he's in very good shape right now. Some Posta Divina action, though. We traded a lot. There's one didn't get right angle. But I was always aiming for your head. It's always either neutral or bad trade for Yon. Yeah, I find if Bara hits the body, then Yon trades better. Because Yon does have that extra HP. But when it comes to headshots, it's always a kill for a Barabash, pretty much. So that's the one thing to keep in mind with Bara, is that you won't always win the trade if you're not aiming for the head every time. But that's not to say body shots can't be used, though. They certainly can be. Sometimes a quick B cut or something is all you need to follow it up with something else, as long as you're not getting stabbed in the face. Stab attempt there, some dashing from both of them. Posta Divina. Venator does it really quickly. Sometimes you don't even notice that he takes up the stance, but anybody who knows Isabella's moveset knows exactly what that stab looks like. So it's pretty evident usually. There it is again, but not a good trade. Warden actually with a nice stab there and manages to take the lead. And against Venator, of all people, that's not easy. Unfortunately, that stab doesn't quite stop Venator. Warden's got to be sure not to lose this one. Snap cut. Yeah, tension's high right now. Still very close. Anybody's game. High guard there. Snap cut from Warden, and the A cut. Beautiful preemptive attacks. And I think that's the thing that Warden was so good at back in the day, is he would just throw attacks out there, anticipating what you're going to do next. And he was always just such an active player. He would catch you with stuff when you least expect it, while playing really aggressive Isabella. So now it's literally anyone's game. I think we're down to the last flag. Dash from Warden, and unfortunately it doesn't land. That was a little bit of a mistake, but good attempt at recovery there.
GG. Actually, Warden was very close, very close to winning
Mm-hmm.
the first match. It ended in a draw per se, but I had the flag advantage, so I won the match. But Warden will try again a little bit later. So only the flag disadvantage stopped him from moving forward. But Warden will have a second chance. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But it was still a very good fight. Um, Pico is next, and Pico will face Eve. Yeah, so the bosses always have the advantage in flags, because that's kind of the point. Bosses are never fair. You know, the bosses are always stronger than the player, unless you have an overpowered build or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. But I still believe that just one flag difference or two flag difference is not uh, it's not that much. Pico versus Eve. Pico and Eve. Eve is gonna play Calc, and the map is actually um, back alley. +1 Connor. Okay. So Pico's going Connor. So we got Broadsword and Shield versus Broadsword on the back alley.
Nice.
So there's Pico. Here we go. Same thing. 6 flags Pico. And 7 flags Eve. If Pico loses this one, we're gonna go to the second shot of all players. But this time we're gonna change the opponent. Back alley, where
Mm.
is it? Oh, there.
Bottom right there, yeah.
Yeah.
So a broadsword fight in the back alley. Although um, this time it's Connor against Calc, not a Calc mirror, which is interesting. Tekla going with Connor. He's a very good Connor player, so
Oh, that was a nice side step. Caught him there.
it's interesting. I would have expected Eve to pick Gideon on a map like this, but he's happy to play Calc, and so far it's actually working very well for him.
The same attack catches. Oh, this is Pico's Gauntlet. But, that's fine.
Yeah. Push.
Oh,
Oh, didn't do the stab.
how
I
do you
think
do
it
the
was the wrong
stab
foot forward.
after the push with Calc?
You just press Y, I believe, but it depends on the foot forward.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I think it was just he switched legs or something and couldn't do it.
Yeah, because every time I tried it, it was the same. I had the same animation as Eve got there, like just a
Yeah.
standing slow Y. And then I saw both Eve, yeah, doing this one.
Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah, that's the challenging part. He'll switch legs as he dashes, I believe. So you gotta.
Again, the chop.
It's not about what foot's forward now, it's what foot will be forward later. at least as far as I understand. Pekler's got to watch that stamina now. Don't think Connor has the best stamina, actually, come to think of it. Not that Calc does either, but those whiff attacks can be risky.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Horizontal slash.
By the way, guys, if you want to switch your character for the second run, that's going to be allowed. I'm talking about the challengers. But again, it's going to be that character. Only for the entire gauntlet. Unless you acquire a second one. Again, another good push. 5-2, and there's one more flag needed. Eve is the current server champion, so he's the final boss here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got caught.
Nice.
There.
Sidestep there. Yeah. Peklo was able to get a London earlier, but it just didn't quite kill.
Oh,
there's a London. But again, no kill. Looks like Eve is sidestepping just enough, but there's a nice hit.
Nice push. Eve needs only one more to finish this here. By the way, if anybody wants to compete, we have a regular event that is going to happen shortly after this one, so in about 20-30 minutes. Link is on the server, you can join. Push.
Nice.
5-5. And now Eve needs one more. Pico needs two. A little bit of a comeback for Pico here. Wasn't looking good. Oh, and he gets
another one.
So it's down to the last flag here. Let's see if he's going to be the first person who defeats a boss today. Warden was very close. That's it.
Pekla got it. Nice.
That's
Single
it.
tempo.
That was a nice comeback, and Pico stays in. Pico stays in, and he's getting to the next boss. And the next boss is going to be Oak. Let's go, Pico.
Yeah, everyone's cheering him on now. We've got to win, Luck says. As you should. I mean...
Okay, so now we're going to the second one. Pico +1 or character change. Oh, no, sorry, or add one more character to your arsenal.
Gotta cheer for the challengers. Says much love to Eve. Yeah, fair enough.
+1, that makes sense. Pico now has 7. Oak has 8. So every time you need to get a +1 in order to be 1 flag behind. But you can choose to be like 2 flags behind and get something that you might consider good. The first 2 ones, I believe they're a little bit more situational, but the third and the fourth one can actually be quite useful. Here we go. Oak is ready. And we're going to have Connor versus Laszlo here on the Gallows map. Another smaller map.
Eve asks when/how do I use my backup character? Good question.
Yeah. Gallows, I'll answer in a second. You can use your backup character only if the challenger decides to change it. So the challenger has a perk, and he can decide to change your character to the backup. Yeah.
I see.
Alright.
Dash there.
Oh, Pico
Oh, but
is
he's
tired.
tired.
So
And on
as
this
expected.
map, it can be tough to see if you're tired.
Yeah, Oak has 8 flags, Pico has 7. The next boss, if he defeats Oak here, is going to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Two-piece combo there.
Yeah, Oak looking sharp as ever. Actually, a little bit more aggressive than I'm used to him being, too. But it's working just as well.
Caught the arm there.
Like, he's throwing this YX combo. Usually he does the one that's slightly delayed, but now he's not as afraid to just press YX and go forward when the time's right.
Oh, goes low.
He's doing that lunge, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because Oak is used to doing that against Marina. But I'm not sure if it works. Oh, it worked this time, but it was a different circumstance. I'm not sure it's as effective against Connor as it is against Marina. Oh, a couple of good cuts there. 4-0 now for Oak.
Yeah. Double. Pekla had to watch his stamina there, it looked like.
The second boss is looking difficult here for Pico. But he had the similar start against Steve. It was 1-4 at one point, and he managed to come back.
He's saturating him with cuts right now, but not in a way that puts himself in too much danger, just in a way that'll punish Pekla if he tries overextending.
Yeah, that was low.
Because if Oak gets a blade beat, Pekla is in a lot of trouble, unless he can dash out of it quickly. London, but it's a double.
Pico still looks fresh though. He doesn't seem to be intimidated by the score or by Oak's attacks. Oh, this time it worked great. The low lunge. I think these long guard options that Laszlo got some time ago have really improved the character's capabilities and also gave Oak the possibility to explore more with the character.
Oh. Yeah, Pekla has his work cut out for him. That's one flag, but he's got to score a bunch more.
Yeah. Oh.
Good leg cut.
Nice chop. 7-1, and that's it. That's it. Pico's Gauntlet ends here, but he will have another chance soon. Congratulations. Oak again victorious. And now we're moving to Luck's second Gauntlet. And he will be fighting you, Subu.
All right.
Let me see if Luck has changed his. Okay. And +1. Okay. Good. So he's going back to Isabella. This is a complete new run, so he's able to do that. For us, it's going to be a little bit more rigid. We have to keep the same characters. Okay. Sending a link. Luck versus Subu. Next, we're gonna have Jihadi. Jihadi, sorry, Chernobyl. I was thinking about Jihadi for some reason. Here we go. So this one is a 6 versus 7. First match. So neither challenger was able to complete the gauntlet so far. Pico has managed to get the furthest in the second round. Isabella versus Barabash on the step map. Oh, beautiful forward X. The same attack that Warden started with, and also it was also successful. It's not Isabella's best move, but it can be good sometimes. In certain situations. A little bit of a C tier move, I'd say. 3-0 now for Luck, a very good start. Muscle memory is probably a little bit more fresh. Oh, the thrust into the snap cut, his new technique, which is beautiful. Really surprised. 5-0 now. Luck is about to produce a very nice surprise here. He needs 2 more still. Oh, and Subu gets his first one. And this is where Luck needs to be careful, because that's exactly what Subu's very good at. If you get an advantage against him, he's just going to tighten up, but not this time. 6-1, and Luck needs 1 more, and it would be the most decisive win that the challenger would get against the... I mean, we didn't have too many, to be honest, just 1. Nice cut. 6-2. Subu's being careful. Luck needs only 1 more. Oh, lands a cut of his own after being hit. Goes for a side step. It looked great, but Subu was still able to block it. Oh, and Luck is tired, but he still gets him with. I think Subu was a little bit too eager there. 7-2, and Luck manages to pass the first round, probably inspired by Pico there.
Great, GG. Yeah, that was interesting. He did a stab and then snap cut right there. I've never seen that before. It looked weird, but that was nicely done.
He's canceling the recovery of the thrust and then goes into the snap cut.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah. Or
But
you
still, Luck played really well.
Yeah, waits a little bit so the follow-up does not kick in and then goes into the thing. They're growing in confidence. Okay, so Luck is going to face me now. We'll see if he wants a +1 flag or he wants to add another character to his arsenal. I'm not sure if he wants to do that. We'll see. +1. Okay, so it's going to be 7 versus 8. This one.
Yeah, it was good. I just didn't know where the power came from. It looked cool, though. Isabella was definitely a good pick for Luck, though. There's no question. So let's see how this goes.
So my second
Luck doesn't seem confident.
Yeah, my second match here, and it's actually against another Isabella.
there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, but the stab. I was gonna say Luck probably could have punished that, but of course he didn't expect the push. Still, very good spacing, and he prepared that stab right when it was needed. Luck looking a little tired, actually. Wow. After,
Nice.
okay, he didn't. That was nice, though.
Yeah, I
I
was
was caught by
expecting
the
that.
same thing. Yeah, yeah. Because I saw he was tired that one time and just went for a cut, but no, Luck was still ready. Sidestep from Venator.
Nice.
Nice. I don't know, Luck didn't seem confident in the chat, but he's fighting like he's confident. Probably really relaxed. Oh. Yeah, a lot of support for him in the chat, unsurprisingly. Gotta cheer on your teammates. Nice sidestep from Venator, but that stab to the face. Yeah, his Isabella is on fire today. Just shutting you down. Snap cut cancel there for Venator. A little bit of a taunt as well. Stab doesn't quite land. Stab from Luck doesn't land, but the snap cut right after. That power coming out of nowhere. Guard there. Counter, actually. By raising the blade, Venator was able to block with the strong of the blade. And so Luck's attack didn't work. And it probably helped that Venator was coming down late. A cut there from Venator. Yeah, this is a real test of Luck's Isabella. And he's doing very well so far. He's certainly passing, but can't just squeak
nice.
by here. You gotta be one flag higher in score. Nice exchange, actually, with high guard cuts mixed in. Yeah, Isabella mirrors, when both Isabellas are active like this, they're very fun to watch. Cut, stab. Posta di donna. Wow, that Luck actually likes throwing that follow-up, which is interesting. Snap cut there. His blade got beat there, and it looks like that took a bit of stamina out of him, which can happen, actually. If your blade is being hit, it actually does take a little bit of stamina away each time. So if it's low, it can start adding up, like we briefly saw there. But that high guard cut to the face. Venator's blade was in the way, but wasn't in a good spot to defend, so it did take some of the sting out, but that cut afterwards, securing the kill. Luck looking to score another one.
Oh.
High guard cut there. It looked a little bit strange at the end, but nonetheless, Isabella did commit, so it hit the hand.
I think I canceled it or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, other characters can do that too. That's by no means just an Isabella thing, or even just a high guard thing. Yeah. Thrust from Luck, testing the wow taunt into. I think that was a snap cut or something. That was interesting. But well done from Venator, forcing the double after that. I don't think Luck expected a cut to come in so quickly. Just kind of testing the waters there, trying to be safe, but A cut. And now they're both matching each other's footwork there. High guard there doesn't quite connect. A stab from Venator. Venator a little bit on the back foot. The trick shot shielding Luck just a little bit there. I don't know if that was in range to actually hit him, but that was cool. The thrust from the snap cut, again, coming out of nowhere.
He needs one more. This is the last flag, actually.
Yeah, regardless of outcome. Iron Gate from Venator, that low guard that we don't see a lot of if Isabella mains. That snap cut nearly tagging Luck. That would have been devastating if it landed. Posta de Vena. High guard. Nothing lands. Stab from Luck. Luck now on the offensive, but he backs away just in time. That could have been very bad if he kept going. I think he recognized that just in time. Snap cut there, testing the waters. High guard there, nearly getting tagged again. Venator's counters are still very precise. Just as I say that, there's the high guard cut.
GG. You know how this feels probably for Luck? When you have like when the boss has like 1 HP and he hits you with with the non-blockable.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, wants to make sure his victory is secured there.
It's secure. Yeah. So unfortunately it ends for Luck here. He was very close, but yeah, it ends. Warden is next, and he will be fighting Eve. That was a really good fight, actually. Held his hand for the win.
Yeah. So scared, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I love it, Luck. Just
But it was a very good run for Luck there. Am I
oh,
not
definitely,
next?
yeah.
Oh, yes, he's next. Oh, I'm sorry. Cherno is next. Cherno is next. Yeah. And he's gonna fight Eve. Let's see if +1 or map change. The map is back alley. Oh, it's on the stream, the thing. It's a really good fight. Marta. Oh, that might be a tough match for Kalk here. Cherno, Eve. Let me see if we have more players joining the tournament. Tourney after. We had 6. That's enough for some nice round robin, especially considering the quality of players that we have inside. But hopefully we can get more. Maybe Warden is going to join as well. Here's Eve, there's Cherno. Cherno going with Marta. Eve going with...
Oak's like, you can do it, Eve. And then Cherno's like, you can't do it, Eve. Abandon hope.
So Cherno is picking Marta on the left side, and Eve is picking Kalk on the right side. On the back alley, so it's going to be a little bit claustrophobic here. I don't know if I can do more than 2 hours of HQ. That's fine. beats the blade
Nice.
and goes with a nice thrust. Yeah, this is probably one of the most when it comes to challenger boss dynamic. I think this is probably the first time when I'm heavily favoring the challenger.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Cherno is actually
And
undefeated with Marta, at least in this server. 1-1.
nice. And Eve doesn't have many places to run to if that many of those stabs come in. So gotta be very careful.
Double.
Double.
Nice push. Pushing against rapiers, although a lot of people do not use them because they get poked. But if you get that timing right, it's actually even less danger than compared to a saber that can just swing very fast and catch your arm. Rapiers
Mm-hmm.
don't really have that ability. They can just kind of stop you, but not necessarily kill you outright. Unless it's like a backwire or something. 3-1 for Eve though. 4-1 now.
4, yeah. Good stab.
Yeah, and I think Eve is just probably taking this very
Nice.
seriously, considering the difficulty of the matchup, and it shows. He's doing great so far, and he only needs one more to defeat Chernobyl, and that's it.
There
Six
it
to
is, yeah.
one dominant victory here for the boss, and unfortunately Chernobyl is not able to complete the gauntlet on his second try. And now we get Warden. Thank you very much, Cherno. See you a little bit later in the tournament. Warden is fighting Oak. And that's going to be a very interesting fight. Let me see if Warden sticks with the same. Actually, I would love if he stuck with Isabella because he did great in the first fight against me. He looked like the
Mm-hmm.
Warden of old. Power of the alley. Warden try against a connect.
Yeah, it helped Eve a lot. He was able to ramp up the pressure with Calc, and so Chernobyl had trouble dealing with that, especially the snap cut.
Yeah, connect again, Warden. It's very hot in here. I think Warden is probably feeling it as well, given the fact that he's in the Mediterranean side. I'm a little bit up north, but still. Alright, so Warden versus Oak. 6 versus 7. Warden takes left. Oak takes right. something happened. Oh no, he's in. Warden left, Oak right.
Hmm. The horseman, yeah, yeah. Warden is sticking to that.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't select. Maybe he has a problem. Oh, he left. Maybe he has a connection issue or something. Still, I think Luck's run was probably the best so far. I mean,
Hmm.
technically it was. He got to the second round, same as Pico, but he was actually very close to getting to that third round. Not sure what's going on with Warden. He got an error earlier, but he was able to connect. I guess we can switch, and we can go with Pico now. Oh he's my PC overheated from so hot in Spain. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only 17 degrees here,
Oh,
which is pretty cool for the summer actually, but
yeah,
I'm pretty happy with that. Uh, yeah, it can get pretty hot here, but it's been mild so far. Like tomorrow it's gonna be 15, like just cool days.
yeah. There he is.
But we have had heat waves before, so I definitely do not envy you guys over there. I know how that feels.
Yeah. Isabella versus Laszlo on the Gallows map, so it's gonna be a little bit of a bloodbath here, especially considering the playstyles. Oak has a flag advantage, 7 to Warden's 6. Oh,
Nice exchange, but
nice.
Warden with the first one.
Yeah. Warden is making that forward X work. Oh, nice one to the body, but Warden was moving. And again, we
Double.
went with the forward cut. 1-1. Oh, thrust.
Ooh.
And Oak recovers a little bit faster there. And scores the
Yeah, they
second
got
flag. 2-1.
yeah, they got a kissing
And
distance there.
again,
Ooh.
that forward X catches Oak. Goes low with the Zverhau. Haven't seen that move in a while. 3-2.
Hmm.
Sidestep Y. Not an amazing move, but not bad either. And I know Warden was using that a lot though. Goes to the body. Great intent.
Oh.
Got caught in the wind up now. Oak is very good at that, catching you when you're in wind up. 3-3. Oh, and again goes low. 4-3.
Yeah, Oak's very good at adapting.
Oh, nice tap to the head. 4-4. Ken goes low. Oh, and that was a very fast follow-up there from Oak from the block. 5-4. And again, caught him on the arm. Oak is looking amazing. And Warden is actually not making too many mistakes. He's just... Oak is just playing this very well. Oh, beautiful sidestep
nice
there.
sidestep.
Brave attempt, to be honest. I'm not using that much against Laszlo recently because it's quite slow and you get caught. But I think it's just the diversity of the moveset that caught Oak. Oh, nice! Retreat 6-6.
Doable.
Oh, but actually the duel ended on 6. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad. It ended when Oak got to 6. I was mesmerized by
Good catch.
by the matchup. But still, we got 2 more good flags. Warden, I'm afraid, is loses this one. Yeah, I knew I was B. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. Right. So thank you very much, Warden, for competing. Always a pleasure having you. Feel free to join the next event if you want to, if you think you can make it. It's gonna be around like 3 hours, I believe. Gonna have a lot of fighting. And the last person that can complete the gauntlet is Pico, who was the first player who managed to pass the first boss. And after Oak, there is Subu. So Pico's facing Subu on his first fight. Let me see if Pico changed his yes. Which are Kalk. Okay, so it's gonna be Kalkstein versus Barabosh on the step map. And this is potentially the last fight of the event. Pico is the only player that has the ability to complete the gauntlet. Pico left side, Subu right side. 6 flags for Pico, 7 for Subu on the step map.
Okay, good luck, Pico.
Yeah, I mean, most players did great today. But again, it was bound to be a very difficult. That's why it's called the Gauntlet. Bosses reign supreme, yeah. But it would have been nice to see one of the challengers at least getting to the final challenge. Pico's phantom cancel there. Double. Oh, some lag, I believe. Two one. Nice chop. 3-1 here for Subu. Oh, beautiful thrust there. 3-2. 3-3. Beautiful cut from Pico. Oh, nice chop there from Subu. 4-3. It's the Elden Ring, yeah. It's Elden Ring. Hello, Racer. Welcome. 5-3. Oh, nice one. Cut into thrust there from Pico. Is still hanging here. But Subu needs only one more to finish. Oh, double. Oh, and a beautiful two-piece combo there from Pico. Come on, Subu. Oh, and one to the arm there. 6-5. We're down to the last flag. We'll see if Pico is able to get to the second round for the second time. That would be the best performance, and he does it. 7-5, and moves past the first boss.
Nice, GG.
GG was a very good comeback. Next fight is against, I think I am after you, right? Yeah. It's me. So yeah, so far Pico has technically done the best out of all challengers because this is the second time he gets to the second round. +1, okay. Here we go. He has 7 flags. I have 8. I was able to defeat the challenger so far, but every time it was actually an equal number of flags. They were both 1 flag closer to the win. Shut him down, yeah. Got the arm there.
Ooh. Stab attempt. Stab in the cut from Pico. Dashing Venator stops though just at the last second. Probably a good plan. Stabs from Pekla, but that gets shut down instantly. Yeah, Pekla was doing great with doubling up stabs where I wasn't expecting it. But Venator was able to single tempo both of them. B-cut. Bunch of cuts from Pekla there. Venator stays solid. Stab attempt, snap cut. Good movement from Venator. The stab doesn't connect, and that sidestep was beautiful. Pekola's gotta be careful here. Venator's got a convincing lead, I would say now.
Oh.
Doubling up the stabs again. Yeah, it looked like Venator was safe to either trade or straight up win that, but not quite. Pekka with another one. Now it's getting really interesting. Some cancels from, actually from Venator too, but Pekka's doing a lot of them. There was yeah, Venator got a nice hit there. Pekka almost got a hit, but not quite. Venator's walking him down, letting him tire himself out after landing that nice hit. Going for a stab. The push doesn't land. Good movement from Venator. That would have been very bad if that push landed. Nice, a double. Tall order for Pekka. Yeah, definitely. Tall order for anybody, really. But dashing in. Oh yeah, there was a suggestion in the chat to let the bosses run the gauntlet the next time.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I can think of a
Yeah.
nice concept for that.
Yeah. I think that's a really good idea. Okay, Venator just slightly ahead, but that's good for him. It's just that it's still a bit precarious. Pekka can definitely still win it. Snap cut there, instantly punished. B cut there, Pekka canceling his attack. Good stabs. There, bit of a taunt there from Venator. Snap cut right after the parry. That was beautiful. Now Venator is again slightly ahead. Nice cut to the head. No kill though. And a bit of a, that was a delayed blade beat or something?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I've seen it against Steve in a tournament some time ago.
Yeah. Pekka's trying to keep Venator at bay. Isabella has tighter cuts, so she definitely does do better up close. On paper, at least.
Stop playing around.
Yeah. Cancels there. Pekka parrying that stab. Nice cuts there. Pekka's deception, tough to deal with. That's a double. Because he even needs to leave, yeah. Probably clenching his butt right now as it's so even. Nice exchange between these two. Nobody's been hit yet this flag. Counter thrust, a doubled up thrust, almost lands for Pekka. Pekka gets a punch, but somehow he doesn't follow it up properly. I guess he didn't expect that. That was intense, and again, nobody got hit. After all of that, that's remarkable. Hall of Fame worthy flag so far.
Oh.
The sidestep from Venator doesn't quite connect. Nice upcut.
Oh.
The stab.
I don't know how that went in, but we're down to the last flag again.
I don't think it was a Kubel moment, guys. I think they just got really close and didn't expect that. I didn't see anything weird there. Fight's been amazing so far. Cancels from both of them. Really advanced play. Thrust attempt there, cancelled. Stab from Pekka, that one was real, and as was that sidestep. Follow up, the A cut, and again Pekka's ready to parry that, just barely. Another Hall of Fame worthy flag. This fight in general, perhaps. That's a double. Eve's probably not too happy with the fight's being drawn out, but it is an intense one. I think it's worth it. Nice back A, yeah, that was really well done. High guard cut. Stab attempt. Nobody's been hit. Again. A bunch of stabs from Pekla. Good sidestep from Venator. Good feinting. Good taunts from both of them. Snap cut there after the taunt. High guard cut. Trying to keep Pekla at bay. While he tries to figure out what he's going to do here. This is neither fighter looking to give this one away. B cut there. Doesn't quite land. Venator trying some tight cuts to shut down any offense from Pekla. That's another double. Oh, the hit from Venator and the thrust is parried just in time. Pekla did long guard. That was clutch, but Pekla losing stamina. Dashing thrust back X. He's now tired. He dashes back. Venator not wanting to overextend. I actually don't blame him. That back X could have been dangerous if Pekla was ready for that. Yeah. Wants to play it safe. Pekla has a HP and stamina disadvantage, but it's another double. Yeah, this is definitely Hall of Fame worthy at this point. If there was any doubt before, that's gone. Poor Eve. Snap cut, but nice. It's punished. There it is.
Nice, GG. Pico wins, so Eve has to fight. Pico gets to the third round, and now he can. Yeah, he goes with a +1 again. So this time is 8 versus 9. 8 versus 9 this time. Yeah, so we're gonna have.
Warden says, Pekla, now you need to breathe. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, a maximum of 2 fights. This one, or this one, or if Pico wins, he's gonna get to fight Oak. Here we go. So this one is a Calc versus Calc on the back alley. Actually, wait, because he needs to. Oh no, he said +1. Okay. So 8 versus 9, Calc versus Calc on the back alley. Yeah. Calc versus Calc on the back alley. Fight starts.
Double.
A lot of feigning.
Big cuts from Pico. Eve is actually very good at fainting as well. It's something he likes doing. He's just not as active about it as Pekla is, but he definitely believes it's an important part of playing Hellish Quart.
Double.
Snap cut. A bunch of attacks.
Second attack, a second point there for Pico. Pico might actually reach the final boss.
Double.
Yeah, some math in the chat there. Yes, that is true. The more you advance in the competition, that the flag difference is not as important. It's very interesting conversation there in the chat about the math.
Ooh, stab there. Oh, I'm not good in math either, Warden, so don't worry. It's totally understandable.
2-2. Yeah, a good example would be, so for example, if we had to go, let's say we had 1,000 players. If we get to the last player, it would be like 999 flags versus 1,000 flags. So that would be, you know, it wouldn't really make sense considering how many flags there are. So the more you advance in the competition, that one flag difference is actually not as important as the previous one. Just slightly. 3-3.
YouTube. Yeah, sometimes that's a better way to learn stuff. Because
nice
there's no threat of failing an exam or anything like that. You just sit there and watch and hopefully enjoy yourself more while doing it. Because that was a big obstacle for me when I was in like high school. It's like I did fine in math. I got a B, but just the teachers were not interesting. They didn't make it interesting, and I hated the subject. I think in large part because of that.
Oh, nice one. 4-4. Oh, nice one.
I think history would always still be my favorite, but it could have at least been a bit better if they were passionate.
Yeah,
Eve is in a hurry.
From Pico. Oh, I thought that Eve's tip reached there, but it wasn't. Peko has a chance. Yeah, it's 5-5.
Yeah.
Eve needs 3 more to stop Pico. Pico needs 4 to advance to the final boss, which would be Oak.
Yeah, big cuts there. Yeah, Pekla's got momentum, whereas Eve is... he really just wants to end it here. He doesn't... It's not that he doesn't want to win. He's clearly trying as hard as he can, but I think the mentality is very different between these two right now. Really disliked history, so all I had to do was write big essays on parts of history you're not interested in. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The best history classes don't just focus on essays, in my opinion. I think...
Oh, nice
yeah,
push.
again, Warden, I think it's a matter of how passionate the teacher is. And how interesting, you know, the projects you're doing are. But,
Nice.
you know, it's subjective. Pekla's got the immigrant mentality, doesn't give a fuck, yeah. I get what you mean.
He's from Cleveland. 8-7.
Oh.
And Pico needs only one more. Eve needs only one more. So again, we're down to the last flag. Will Pico reach the final boss of the Gauntlet? We'll see here.
Hand snipe attempts. That was risky there. He keeps his composure. Stab attempts. Yeah. Oh! Eve almost ran into that. That could have been bad, but very good on his part, backing away. Big cuts, and Eve knows that that third attack was coming. This push and the
The
stab
push,
barely
and he
gets him.
dodged back, but he was with his back against the wall there. 8-8, and Eve stops Pico here. But it was a great run from Pico here. Got to the third boss, almost defeated Eve to get to the final boss. Still, he showed that it is possible. It is possible to get close to competing the Gauntlet. It was really fun. It lasted a little bit more than I expected, but it was really fun. I would really like to do this some other time as well. Maybe we can change the bosses, or maybe we can change the concept a little bit. But thank you everybody for competing. With some of you, I'm going to be meeting in roughly 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes max in the tournament that we have after this. And yeah, it was really fun. I'll see you guys very soon on the second stream.
See ya.
See ya.